So I wanted to just share how much somatic practices have helped with my chronic symptoms, specifically my gut. But as a result of this, actually other things like histamine issues and hormones have also responded really positively. Particularly the emotional allowing. So when I started to look at mind-body practices, it was because I tried everything. So I'd been down the medical route and had endoscopies, colonoscopies, MRIs, and tried all the medications, PPIs, and then they were suggesting it was sertraline, nortriptyline, amitriptyline. But I'd also, as a nutritionist, obviously I knew about the gut, and I'd done 4 microbiome tests, tried all the supplements, worked with herbalists, acupuncturists, visceral osteopaths, trying to release all the tension here. And it was clear that that stress was an element, anxiety was an element, but often my kind of reply to that suggestion was, yeah, but with the symptoms, how do I even get, how am I ever going to get better? Because they stress me so much. But I was super lucky to work with Sam Miller of The Great Allowing, and she began to teach me, first of all, some narrative integration of you've had lots of difficult experiences, and the fear and sadness that you couldn't feel and anger about those has now been become a suppressed emotion. And that's going to affect your body, and the kind of the symptoms are feeding through that the system is full. So I began these very gentle guided, they're like, I started with yoga nidras, but eventually worked into the Great Allowing and using Sam's guided allowing practices, and started to feel all these sensations. And sometimes there was like, just like almost like pulsing down there was contraction. I even started to notice sometimes as I came to do the practice that I was almost levitating as I sat down because I was kind of on all the time. So the more that I put these into my daily routine, and I have various different ones that I do, shorter ones in the day, longer ones at night, longer ones at the weekend. And once you learn the skill and understand the kind of the science behind it, what it's actually doing, you can do it anywhere. So I do it in the car, I can do it in a conversation, I can do it as I'm triggered by an email. I can feel how that sensation appears in my gut, and I can allow it to be there. And I use these techniques to, we're essentially going into an expansion, and the energy can then just move through. But obviously, because there's a backlog there for me, definitely around fear, and I was directing it all to food at that point as well, because I didn't want food to trigger my symptoms. It takes a little bit of time, but slowly, because I could feel it, and then I felt it moving through, and over time it's got stronger and bigger things have kind of moved through. I've been able to eat more foods, have more flexibility, and it's just so clear that this is the way, and I don't need to keep trying to do external things to regulate my nervous system and fix my gut. So I hope that speaks to you. And if you are in a position where you're really struggling with your gut health, please message me either privately or comment below, and I'll be happy to have a chat with you.